Hello and welcome in my completely new series. And this series is called Interview Series. This is the very first interview, and for this interview I invite very special guest, and his name is Riolu. Very influential streamer and also very great, amazing player.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, let's just start it. Of course, people remember that you decided to leave in 2021. And I have a question to you. Why did you leave? Because of the report created by famous Norwegian jerk-off? Or you left because of your high level of insecureness? Before you answer, I'm gonna say something to you. I can say this. No matter if, there's actually marks I hate you, you should still keep going. You still keep building your amazing streamer persona. You should do that. You just basically keep going. There's no something like, so basically you building your house and then you just decided to just basically okay, now I'm gonna move on because I feel like it, and that's kind of like fucking gay and shit. It's just it's fucking weak. Man, if you feel unguilty, you should actually keep streaming. There's no something like, I supposed to stop streaming because there's actually a huge amount of actually Norwegian jerk-off and his actually fucking army decided to just shit on you. Yeah, just if I'll be in your place, I'll be keep going. Because there's no something because their arguments actually are really pathetic and ridiculous, petty and all this fucking shit. It's just, everyone can make this stuff. Everyone can make up this stuff in a split of a second. So where have you been, actually? I wanna know.
So I have a story to tell.
Yeah, buddy, I'm waiting for the story. And looks like actually you playing Trackmania. I kinda wonder which account you play.
Not too long ago, earlier this day, I went shopping to the supermarket. And one of the main things to obtain at the supermarket was toilet paper. And now you have 3 guesses. You have 3 guesses to guess who forgot to buy toilet paper.
I think that was not you, that was not your girlfriend, that was not your nephew. Actually, is a fucking drunk as shit, killing random vegetables.
And yeah, now we have to wipe our ass with the YouTube money. What can you do?
Yeah, very insightful, informative stuff from you, Mr. Burim Chaser.
I mean, that's not the worst. No, but I'm fucking stupid.
Already, that's good to know, actually. That's, we about to witness, actually, Riolu actually admitting that he was cheating, or we're gonna actually witness something better than that. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna actually let him talk.
So yeah, I don't know, back in the days I was really good at memorizing things whenever I went.
When you went? You're supposed to say when you come. Actually, that was the joke, isn't it?
I didn't need anything. I didn't need a piece of paper to put down all the things we needed. No, I could remember everything. I had the memory of an elephant.
Elephant memory. So you can actually specify locations and the behaviors of other animals. That's pretty interesting. I think nobody born before like that. I trying to find someone from this popular jerk-off streamers, and I can't find it really. Just even this famous Norwegian guy can do that. This famous Netherlands jerk-off. Also, he can't fucking do that. Interesting, insightful information. Very, very interesting. Yeah. However, it doesn't answer my question. But you know what? I'm gonna let you talk. Let's see what's gonna happen next.
Seriously. Now my memory is DDR3. DDR2 memory.
Well, then you doesn't have elephant memory. Because DDR2 and DDR3 actually doesn't have that super big memory, really. I'm gonna tell you something. People doesn't see this because, they think actually the 32 gigabytes RAM of 40 actually is, it's a lot and shit. But actually, let me say something. Elephant actually having 4 times better than 40 gigabytes RAM. You can ask basically anyone who actually know about elephant a lot, that have a knowledge, at least have a knowledge about elephant. So you can actually ask them, and they say basically the same thing that I said it.
I am confirmed a goldfish.
That's out of bounds. I kind of feeling sometimes actually you're not really healthy, but I'll let you talk. Maybe you're gonna talk about the toilet paper. Let's see.
Like I just came home from the supermarket, went to the bathroom, and I noticed, fuck, I forgot something. So this is not my proudest story, definitely not. And I'm gonna receive eternal hate.
The only people that hate you actually are just actually the ass lickers of Norwegian Jerkov and Jerkov himself. Really, it's people misinterpreting many stuff, generalizing about everything, saying shit that actually, everyone hates you, you're supposed to like fucking be cancelled, you're supposed to like being in the mud, all this actually crap that actually doesn't make any fucking sense. That actually these people doesn't even know you really. I know actually you're a good guy, even though you doesn't answer my questions, but actually I still feel that you're still a good guy. You don't cheat it actually. I feel that actually this Norwegian Jerkov just basically just sabotage you because actually, well, he doesn't want to talk with him, and he decided to just like, okay, I'm gonna bury this Riolu guy, I'm gonna fucking do this. And he make this actually cringe-worthy videos, actually lying about you a lot of shit, and really, actually I commented this on my podcast. Actually, that was on my podcast too, I think. Yeah, I think it was podcast too. Yeah, and yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Actually, just like a bunch of lies that you can make in a split of a second if you like, if you're talented enough. And so yeah, you don't have to even like watch this video. You don't have to even like read this report, because every report you can just basically like lie shit, and all this autistic idiot's gonna fucking get it.
Virtual is a liar, framed garbage human.
Exactly, that's what I said it, Batty. That's what I said it.
Yeah, unbelievable. Can't believe that happened. Oh man. Soon.
No, I have better things to do, but you can. You can, buddy. You can do that.
But I guess you also don't want to go up too late.
You understand me pretty well.
Yes.
Can you repeat that? That was actually pretty good.
Yes.
You nailed it. That's pretty awesome.
So thanks for coming to my TED Talk, by the way, regarding the toilet paper.
Are we coming back to toilet paper thing? Okay, interesting. I don't know what's the TED Talk, but maybe one day someone gonna tell me. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna start with some easier question. I have a question actually. What do you think about my podcast series, and what do you think about this actually completely new interview series? What do you think about it?
I do see some potential right there.
Oh, thank you for your kind message. My heart started beating in 6/4.
I left everything behind. How are you all? Hello there. And no, I do not regret having said that.
I think it's cool to see actually you come back to your groove. Actually, that's pretty awesome. But I'm gonna still repeat this question because I really wanna hear your answer. Actually, I think this will break internet if you actually say the answer. Where have you been, and what's the potential date when you're gonna come back?
So I have a story to tell.
Don't talk about the toilet paper story, okay? Thanks.
There is something I want to get off my chest because it's been bothering me for weeks at this point. And I think at this point there has to be a stop to it. Or at least I want to show you guys what has been happening in behind the scenes, sort of. Because I think you all deserve to know the things that, might not seem obvious at first. So a lot of people have already seen what was going on.
Yeah, that's true.
And you have only seen one side of it, so now it is my turn to show the other side of it.
Yeah, tell me.
Because only that way you can make a proper, judgment of the situation.
Yeah.
You cannot really judge a situation by just knowing one side, so...
That's true.
Obviously, you gotta know what's happening on my side. and the reasonings behind it.
Yeah, can't wait.
But there's a lot more. So yeah, it is actually a lot more, and a lot of things that shouldn't be handled the way they are handled right now. But I just wanna fill you up. So it's gonna be a bit of a cool story bob here, and you can make up your own mind about it, of course. But yeah, we're gonna start chronologically. Get out the popcorn, yeah. There's some things I want to show you, and as I said, it is something that I didn't really want to bring to the public because it sucks, it's stupid, but at this point I kind of need to defend myself because it's been on quite a harsh emotional level at this point, and that's, you know, something that made me like I've lost a freaking kilogram or something, and not sleeping, not anything. It's pretty bad. So just want to let you know what's happening, because it's fair, and while it sucks, it has to be done. So we are beginning. We are going back in time, by the way. We are going back in time. The 8th of April. That's where everything started. And I have received a personal message on Discord from Virtual. And at this point, it has to be noted, Virtual and me have never had any trouble or anything. We were good friends, and you know that. You know, we've always been bantering, always good fun. But yeah, at this point, it was still fine. At this point, it was still fine. But as you might be able to guess, at this point, it's not that fine anymore. So, we're starting with the start of the conversation. So this is all harmless, you know? This is all harmless, but it's necessary for the context. So, and yeah, the thing is, this is an interesting thing here. Saying, I was asking, are you planning on making a video? Because obviously we all know Virtual is now sitting at 400,000 subscribers, which I'm super happy about.
Well, he have 1 million subscribers, which is actually shows why Trackmania community is so fucking dead. I think autistic kids probably like this shitty content like that, which actually only shows that actually like probably nobody gonna beat Tyler One in the popularity, and nobody beat like many other streamers like Asmongold. You can even skip this popularity thing. I can say this, you know, this Norwegian piece of shit actually spread a lot of lies, actually all over the place. And autistic shits love the shit because it's good. Defender's gonna lick his ass because that's what their fucking job is. But there'll be some day that actually even the most loyal ass lickers will just basically turn back from him. And probably that'll be the bad timing for him, that actually, well, even his loyal ass lickers gonna be like, fuck you, we don't need you anymore. Because that's actually what it's all about, you know. Some people actually kind of felt that actually, we are done with your fucking lies, we're actually moving on, we don't need you anymore. We just have to find someone else. You know, maybe that'll be SaprrTM, or maybe that'll be, you know, other person that doing Trackmania shit or whatever, you know. But worth mentioning, there's actually people that changing, which is actually pretty good. It's pretty good for environment, it's pretty good for, you know, there's actually communities. Actually some people starting to wake up from the fucking wet bad dreams. Good to see there's some people still that they having brains. They having brains. Brains. B-R-A-I-N-S.
So yeah, I was asking what is that about, and since there were some discussions about cheaters in the mod Discord, which I'm also part of, they were discussing about some weird runs, and it's been more frequently, I don't know, so I was just putting one and one together and thinking, yo, could it be related, like blah blah blah. So nothing too exciting here. I drove one run on AO1, I did my taps, I did my steering, all good, all good. It was a bit delayed though because I forgot about it. So as you can see, this screenshot is from the 8th and I answered the 18th. That's Riolu for you, never answering. I pretty much forgot about it, and at some point I sent him after Virtual gave me a quick reminder, then I sent him the replays, all good. And I even went the extra effort and I tried 2 pads. I went with my Xbox pad and I went with my Nikon pad to give him the best possible result. So I even put that effort into it. Then thank you so much. Sorry for the delay. No worries. I know what it's like. You know, all good. All good. Doing the hugs and everything. And here is where it's starting to get interesting. Hey, we've done a lot of analysis on Redacted. I am not going to drag any other people into this. It's only going to be what's between me and Virtual. So, another player has been analyzed, someone that they suspected to be fishy or something. So, their name is blurred out. You will not be able to know who it is. And Virtual was asking me on my input. Because I know United, I played United for a long time, so I was like, sure, I'm gonna help. Because then again, it is a project that I thought was cool, so I was gonna give my input.
But it wasn't.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, there's some things that might be weird, but who cares? Like, what could it be? It could be anything. People play weird. Everyone has a different play style. So I'm just questioning it, hoping that Virtual could maybe, I don't know, inform me on this or something. But I feel like inputs are not enough to judge when other factors like DX tweak and sense settings are coming into play, which makes sense, because every player plays with different settings, and every player has their own input device, and everyone is playing on different grounds, basically.
Thank you for explaining. You know, this is the part that actually the Norwegian jerk-off doesn't understand. Like you said, that there's actually a huge amount of players that play with different settings, with different sensitivity, different dead zone, and actually it worked for them, and actually it's better to just, respect that. I mean, if you want screenshot from the setting, I mean, no problem. It should be no problem from these players. Really, so yeah.
And now we're getting to the point where all of a sudden there's something with my replays. Okay, we can get into it and talk it out, no problem. Hate having to send a message like this, but we analyzed some of your United runs and found some strange looking inputs. Could you explain what's going on here? So this is a run that I drove, I think in 2011. With joystick back in the days. So this run is almost 10 years old. It's 4/10 slower than the world record. And then I said, yo, there's some similarities for sure. For this particular run, I used the X tweak and joystick. Because at that point I was playing with joystick. I didn't play with pad at that time. I started pad in like 2012, 2013, 14, I don't know, something around that. I made my final transition. So I played with joystick. I used the X tweak as well because my joystick was pretty shit and I had to adjust it a lot for that joystick to actually work properly. So joystick put at a very half sense. It's funny to look, the first half being smooth, and then I panicked the second half completely.
Thank you, Riolu. This is another proof that actually Norwegian Jerkov doesn't get it. There's actually all the joysticks that actually, they have tendencies to act like that. Looks like it and seems like it, the Norwegian Jerkov never ever watched the stream. So he didn't even watch your explanations, he didn't even listen to your explanations. He just wants from you that actually you just admit that you cheated. He just waited for that. He just fucking waited for that. So, He's just trying to force you to actually say that actually you cheated. It's ridiculous, buddy. It's fucking ridiculous. Basically, just actually they doing witch hunt. Actually, we're gonna screw this guy. We're gonna screw this guy. It was just basically looks like that. Doesn't matter which video you're gonna choose. If you're gonna choose actually your video, as you did in Revolt, or actually this Norwegian Jerkov video. It's a cancel culture. It sucks to see.
Yes. And then Virtual said the tapping speed in the run is faster than the player we discussed earlier, and I don't see how it's possible to reach that on a joystick with high sense. Then I told him maybe look into the tool. It could be the tool being faulty, it could be the replay being faulty, it could be anything, like we don't know. And it could also explain why the other player has had so many of these weird inputs, you know? Like, how is that happening?
There we go, another proof. You know, there's not something like the software without errors. Every software have errors. The Blender, actually the software you can make animations, not only that, you can create amazing, amazing art, have errors. Vegas Pro 14, Vegas, any Vegas, older, newer, have a software error. There are some errors happening. Trackmania competition patch can also have an error. Believe that. Nobody created a tool or software that will be very, very perfect. That'll be the perfectionist. There's not something like that. There's no tools like that. They doesn't exist.
What I can tell you, I didn't use anything apart from the X tweak and my joystick. I didn't use anything else. So I just played my run. And it is a pretty shitty one on top of that. Let's get that straight. It's a pretty shitty run.
Then why did he just investigating the run that is not even WR? What the fuck? I mean, who fucking cares about the run that is actually not even close to WR? This is beyond ridiculous. Let me say this straight.
I'm just throwing some suggestions into the room because I have no clue. I'm just trying to like figure out what could be the cause. I'm trying to help him because I know I didn't do anything wrong. At least not knowingly. If you're now coming up with, oh yeah, the X tweak is a cheat, okay, guess that's not legit after all, but it's been condoned in competitions already, in various Trackmania United competitions, so I don't really see an issue in that. And then there is another interesting one, and it is a keyboard run. Virtual saying, we also found a keyboard run that has this abnormal fast tapping playstyle. Going to the next screenshot, I took a look at it, I was like, yo, you think this is too quick? How many taps per second? Blah, blah, blah. I said, you as a keyboard player can probably tell whether this is matchable or not. I personally can't tell, I'm not experienced enough with keyboard. Because I stopped playing keyboard in 2010 when I switched to joystick because I was pissed at not being good at the United environments. So I went to joystick and I didn't play keyboards after that because I was better with the joystick in every environment almost instantly. And then Virtual saying it's not so much the speed that stands out to me, but the strength of the taps. In the first left turn you had a speed of 10 taps per second, that's pretty fast, and all taps were at 0.02 strength, which seems to me next to impossible. So that's the interesting thing, to me. You cannot state this is possible and this is not possible on something that's completely subjective. So this is still subjective at this point. This replay also stands out in peak speed in comparison to your other keyboard runs, where from all other keyboard runs your highest peak was 6 taps per second. What do you mean your taps? So he was like talking about your taps, and this is where I got confused, because he says that's your run. Yeah? From a replay that's uploaded and driven apparently in 2011, 1 year after I stopped playing with keyboards altogether, I didn't set any runs or anything. This replay was apparently uploaded to TMX. So now you could be asking yourself, how did that get onto the page under my account? No, I didn't stop 2013. I stopped with joystick around 2013 when I played with pad, and only occasionally went back to the joystick. Because I was another like extra edge better with the pad in most cases, but not all of them. So I said, how is this possible? Blah blah blah. And Virtual, just dry. I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, well, I don't know what to say to that either. Like, what the hell? What the hell is that, you know? And I told him, 2011 I already stopped playing keyboard entirely, so whoever upped this replay wasn't me. Wouldn't be the first time someone got hold of my account anyway, and that's true because you probably remember... you probably remember it was Christmas 2020 when I got hacked, like on all of my accounts. Some of you probably remember, people told me on Discord that I was hacked and that people were posting shit under my name on Reddit, and yeah, I had to end my stream because of that as well, because I was streaming at that time. Pretty fucked. So it wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time that I got hacked. And Virtual gave me some more evidence. The replay was driven on my account. Perfectly fine, all good. I checked my replays to see whether I have this replay, and I didn't have it. Because I started playing this track, seriously, in 2012 with joystick. Yeah. Because Stadium A3 is a precision map, and you have no chance with keyboard there. You're gonna inevitably lose time, because you all know there is a keyboard disadvantage at low speed. So I said I didn't hunt that map at the time. Like I didn't drive this. Yeah. So he was like, okay, just want to say we're doing this in good faith. We don't want to start witch hunts over 10-year-old records. The goal is just to get as clean as possible leaderboards before the competitive patch.
This aged horribly, isn't it? We're not gonna start a witch hunt, but then, I'm decided to make a video, so actually, I'm gonna bury you because I don't like you anymore, Riolu. Yeah, Norwegian jerk-off in a nutshell.
Fine, if they wanna grab some old replays and remove them because they think they're faulty, fine by me, yeah? And I also said, you can remove the run because I have nothing to do with it, yeah? I don't want shit like this that has apparently been driven under my name on the internet. I don't want that. Yeah? I don't want that. Because that's the last thing I wanna do. I hope you understand that these anomalies require a bit more looking into. If you have replays dating back to 2012, would you mind sending your replays folder in a zip so we can analyze further? So I asked any particular map. He was like, preferable would be the entire replays folder. And my replay folder is bigger than the universe. Yeah? I have a lot of replays. So I don't know, that zip file would have been, like, I needed to send that zip file via, I need to burn it on a Blu-ray and then send it to him. Because that's how big it is. So I was like, are you doubting me this much? Like, he didn't buy anything that I told him, and that was the point where I got really disappointed on a human level, because Virtual and me were friends for a long time, yeah, and the fact that he apparently doesn't accept the answer I gave him, I can't give him more than this, and I would have been fine giving him replays, I have nothing to hide. I could have given him replays, any replay he wants, yeah, all good. I would have sent him anything. But coming like this in a cheeky way and being like, send me your entire replay folder. Yeah, come on, that's not it, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I mentioned in my podcast. It's really sucks to actually. Your best friend decided to just basically backstab you because he feels like it, because he doesn't accept your answer. That's what you said it.
Because I'm not gonna let myself. I don't want anyone to dance on my nose. Like that's not happening. Yeah, you cannot toy around with me like this. So either you're straight on or not.
Yeah, or you're gay.
Yeah. And this was just some. I don't know what he was trying to get. He found that I have seemingly uploaded 2 replays after another on 2 different maps. Yeah? The question is probably what happened here? Yeah? So the Stadium A4 run, that's a different map, is a pad replay with a different tag. So you might assume, that might be the tag I had at that time, and the other one was an older replay. We don't know. I have no clue. It leads us to believe that both runs are yours and you uploaded your PBs at the same time. Kinda makes sense, right? Kinda makes sense. It kinda makes sense. But I told him what was happening. I have no trace of this other replay. Pretty sure I did upload this Stadium A4 run, but yeah. I didn't answer to that anymore because I was pissed. I was honestly pissed, yeah, and I didn't want to bother with this anymore because at this point it was just getting ridiculous. Virtual pinging me, not even giving me space or anything, just bopping in the question mark. It bothers me that you're not responding to something as serious as this. Are you just busy or is it something else, like being pushy? Anyhow, if you have done something shady in the past, then the cleanest outcome now would be to admit it. And help us get the truth. The police is coming. Hands up, Riolu. Hands up. Have you driven a 10-year-old replay with keyboard? Hands up. And that was the point where I fucking exploded, man. So I told him, what bothers me is that you're apparently putting yourself into the position of the self-proclaimed Trackmania police, because that's in fact what they're doing right now, and that you're seemingly lacking any type of trust to me. That's the more sad part about it, actually.
Well, you know, in some point, I don't really blame you. But in second point, I'm kind of like, maybe you should, like I said, be a little bit of calmer, not explode, not actually, you know, don't do anything really. Just like, if you think that the person actually is not worth your time, then maybe it's just better to block this person in Discord. I mean, what's the point of, you know, fucking like talking to a fucking wall? I mean, it's a bunch of profanity, bunch of made up stuff. You know, I explained this perfectly in podcast too, and actually I recommend you to actually check out this.
We've been good, and we've shared quite some deep talk as well when we met IRL. You know, we've talked a lot about it. Yeah. Now there's no trust at all. Sad. I provided all the information available to you. I even helped you with the project of yours in my already very limited time. Yeah, I helped him with this shit, and now he's trying to get me for something. Please. What the fuck, man? Just yesterday you said you weren't gonna start witch hunts with people, over people, but what you just wrote seems very much like it. Yeah?
Like you see, Norwegian Jerkoff is a hypocrite. Norwegian Jerkoff basically just fucking bury himself in this type of statements, because you know what's gonna happen? His ass lickers attacking Riolu. They still attacking him. If this is not witch hunt, then what it is? Tell me. Do you think about the word, Mr. Norwegian Jerkoff? What's the word? Say it again. You already said it. Oh yes, it's called a witch hunt. That's what you do, you piece of shit. And your friendly ass lickers. Congrats.
So first he's like, yeah, I don't want to start a witch hunt, but yeah, if you have done anything shady, then the cleanest outcome would be to admit it.
I'm not gonna start a witch hunt, but then I'm gonna think, okay, maybe I'm gonna start a witch hunt because I feel like it. Virtual in a nutshell. There you go, buddies.
If he doesn't value the friendship, if he doesn't value any type of trust, okay, well, that's it then for me.
For Norwegian Jerkoff, actually, it's better to have a value to just basically make a pointless video and just basically just keep lying. That's his thing. Ass lickers also are very useful for him because he doesn't feel left out, so yeah.
But you don't combat this deeper issue by backstabbing your friend, by, you know, not buying anything, and by saying, okay, yeah, this is cheated. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Well, he was first using the information I gave him. Yeah, I told him what I think about this other player, and now used it against me. That's what I meant. Maybe backstabbing is the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Oh, no. Backstabbing was the right word.
Yes.
Oh, you agree with me. So cool.
Right now, it would be favorable for you to admit to driving the Stadium A3 keyboard run and assist us in the rest of the investigation. I hope you consider this option. No? And then, ladies and gentlemen, I have received a PM today. I didn't respond after this. I didn't answer to this anymore. Hey, with the goal of being as transparent as possible, I'd like to update you on the current state of the cheating investigation. We have analyzed most of your publicly available replays in all Trackmania games, so why did he even ask me in first place? I don't get that. And compiled together replays of the playlists of the run that we found most suspect. We sent this to TMX staff, MX staff, and Nadeo to make them for their own judgment about them. We are also writing a full report about all the suspected cheaters we discovered, including yourself, which will be publicly released in the end of May. We'll tell you the exact publication date, I know. That's kind. That's pretty good. Thanks.
Norwegian Jerkoff got jealous. What a surprise. I think in some point we will never know why Norwegian Jerkov Virtual fucking do that. Maybe Norwegian Jerkov kind of feel that actually you were opponent, you were just basically enemy of him, and he decided to just basically attempting to bury you. But he failed miserably. He doesn't see that. I mean, people believe in his lies, and you know, many people failed, but oh well, what can you do?
But we're all fucked, basically. At the end of the day, we're fucked. Yeah? We are fucked. So, whatever I did, I'm fucked. Sad. I also heard that you're planning to make a statement about me today. That is correct. I'd urge you to think carefully about the tone you speak in, as it might just make things worse when the report comes out. If you'd like to speak about this privately instead, then I'm open for it. Brother! Jesus Christ, that's blackmailing if I've ever seen one.
It's not blackmailing, it's called bullying. It's an attempt of bullying, and actually it's a renaive of this Norwegian Jerkov piece of shit.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I couldn't believe my eyes, man. Like, I'd urge you to think carefully about this tone you speak in. Is he my dad? I mean, that guy's a fucktard already. So, I don't know, man. Holy shit. I couldn't believe my eyeballs. They straight up dropped out. I have to go to surgery again. But what they did is they took their own subjective opinion and everything that doesn't fit into what they believe is legit is not legit.
That's what I said it, buddy.
If that makes any sense. Because now I've been sitting here for weeks. I've been trying to figure out what could be the issue, you know? Because I gave him all the info that I had at that point, and being accused of this is not only a risk for me, for my credibility, but also for the game itself. I needed to get this out, because this is something that I think you should know, that you know what's, you know, the other side as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Also, Virtual saying, stay safe out there, friends. I've heard my name... Like, this is a different topic now. I've heard my name is a bannable word in other streamers' chat. Don't say the W word.
Yeah, the level of insecurity of this Norwegian Jerkov is so high. I think it's much higher than this actually higher buildings in USA. Why do you have to say that publicly? Why can't you just actually keep it to yourself? It's an attention whore. It's so funny, man.
That's also something he didn't really understand right, because the reason why I have decided to remove Virtual from my chat is because in situations like COTD, if there wasn't all this shit in the background going on, I would be completely fine and I would have laughed at this too, because I know his type of banter and it's my type of banter too. I think this is funny. But the timing is not so good, because he knows exactly that he has literally accused me of cheating in the background while he pretended that everything's fine on stream. That's kind of weird, champ, right? That's weird. So I can't really see this as a joke when he knows what's been going in the background.
Reasonable. There you go.
So it's nothing personal. The fact that these words are banned is nothing personal, but people took it out of context because they don't want to understand or they failed to understand or something.
You know, it's nice to hear you basically say the same thing I said a couple of minutes ago. So we actually agree with this. How cool is that, man?
I understand that it's important to take care that the game is cheat-free, but I think it's not necessarily the community's task, but rather Nadeo's task, first of all. Because at the end, Nadeo decides what they want in their game and what they don't want, first of all. And at the end of the day, it's just not... The way it's been handled, it was not correct. Yeah? And I wish it would have been treated better, because that way we could really have good consciousness about bringing out things like the competitive patch or something. But at this point, there are probably a lot more false positives. And that's not good. So, of course, I went to Nordavind, I went to Nadeo already. We've had very thorough thoughts about this, and I can tell you that both Nordavind and Nadeo are aware of the situation. And yeah, there's no like good outcome of this, unfortunately. Because one way or another, we are gonna have people that understand this side and people that understand the other side. It is inevitable. As I said, I talked to Nadeo. You should not be worried about that. But what is affected, and that's the sad thing. You know, we have such a good growth in Trackmania right now. And now there's this bit of a split. Like, this drama is probably gonna be forgotten at some point. But yeah, it's still sad, you know. Yeah, indeed, this is the big project. And it's been affecting my mental game a lot. And I've been pretty close to like actually collapsing mentally. So I'm glad I'm here actually. But I just had to let that out. Yeah. But it's pointless. Like, nobody is gonna come out of this as the winner, so I would be fine with just letting this be the past and it's over at this point. I'm fine with that. But if more things happen, you know, I have said everything. I have stated everything that, you know, I can tell you. You can do with it what you want, but the fact that I've been treated like garbage, basically, by Virtual didn't make it any better. You've clearly seen the very condescending kind of way of talking, and I don't want to collaborate with something like this.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
There's more at stake than just the records. Like, who cares about records? What matters more is the actual human beings, and right now, human beings are being, not treated very nicely about this, and that's not very healthy in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's everything that I want to say about this. So yeah, take care everyone, and goodbye.
Thank you very much, Riolu. That explains everything. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You show your side. So you just basically reacted to report. It was a fucking aka the lie report. You said the truth that actually us leakers not gonna get it, but actually there's normal people in this Trackmania community, so it's fine. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next interview with another amazing players I'm gonna interview. So see ya.